Hello everyone and welcome back. HeirofCarthage here. It is good to have you here. I thought we had a really nice discussion in the comments. At least I loved all the comments that came on the last video. We were discussing an article that was written by Rant, and that article was talking about what they believed to be the 6 most difficult legendary starts in Total War Warhammer 3. And when I saw it, of course, I was thinking, hey, I like Total War Warhammer 3. Most of you like Total War Warhammer 3. So let's put some of those to the test. The first one that we did, if you haven't seen the video, I would recommend you go and check it out. It was a view of Arkhan the Black. I personally don't think that Arkhan the Black is probably one of the 6 most difficult based on what I played. In fact, it seemed like his would be relatively easy as long as you take out the dwarves early. And then the next one was Malegor, the Dark Omen. And with Malegor, since I played from the very beginning with with Arkhan and his Tomb Kings, I decided with Malegor, I would go ahead and play a bunch of turns ahead because someone was like, hey, see what it's like 30 or 40 turns in. And I don't have time to play all of that on screen or to play it all and then cut a whole bunch of it and edit it. That takes a lot of time, and I'm strapped for time right now. But I did have a chance to play for fun with my boys, and they were watching me. And so 32 turns in, this is Malegor, the Dark Omen. Now, was it hard? So I'll start off by being quite honest. I lost a campaign, and it was probably the first time I've lost a campaign in a long time. Now, I say that because I only had one army, so it makes it very easy to lose a campaign, but I declared war on the Bloody Hands the first time I played this, and I was like trying to really protect this herdstone. And I was trying to get all of the hunting grounds around it so that I could get a huge haul of Marks of Ruination. And that was dumb, and I shouldn't have done it. There was just no need to. And when I declared war on the Bloody Hands, he had 2 or 3 armies. They happened to be in a wall. I just couldn't fight them off, and I got stuck, and I got beat. Now, that said, I was like, maybe it is hard. But then I got to thinking, you're an idiot. Like, why are you protecting this place? I mean, go look at your objectives, for instance, and objectives mean a lot. If we looked at victory conditions, all I have to do is raise or sack or occupy 80 different places and destroy these factions. So that's not that hard. Like that's not that bad. It doesn't say I have to hold this. I don't get in trouble if I lose it. I don't make income off of this settlement. You make your income from killing other people. And honestly, you're best off. And so I at this point, I did keep this time, and I'm guarding it with a second army with Kazrak, which I'll explain that in a minute. But I basically just left and took off, hitting different settlements and moving around. And I ended up at war with Skaven. The Skaven were tremendously powerful, and they still have 2 armies chasing me. But it doesn't matter. Basically, I will take a settlement when I think they're not near me, and then I'll go hit another settlement when they're not near me until I get over 10, and then I complete the ritual so that I can collect the Marks of Ruination. As you collect the Marks of Ruination, it unlocks better buildings or better recruitment for me, more things that I can choose from, and it makes it really easy. And so now my army's starting to get better. So again, 32 turns in. Since turn 2, I've had a full stack, but now my stack includes 2 Gorbals, Zangors, Goreherds with shields. These are good units. Centaurs with great weapons, a Manticore, a Giant, Tuskor chariots. These are very effective against infantry. So my army's not like unbeatable, but it's tough. And in any one-on-one situation, I can win. Plus, I have Flock of Doom with Malegor. I can cause tremendous damage. I have Penumbral Pendulum, so I can blob bust like crazy with Malegor, and I can character KO with my Gorbals. And speaking of, we can't have an episode with Gorbal and not name one of them Al Gorbal. It is just a tradition. And remember, folks, Al Gorbal, President 2024. Make sure that you cast your vote for Gorbal. If you don't, he'll kill you, and you'll cast your vote for him anyway from beyond the grave, so it's really inevitable. Vote Gorbal. So in any case, now that we're done with the politics here, so personally, again, I don't think this is in the top 6. In fact, I don't think I would put any Beastmen campaign in the top 6 for the sole reason that I can just run away. I can go wherever I want. And not only that, but like if I move in this stance, I'm hidden unless one of their units stumbles on me. I don't have to protect my settlements. They have to protect theirs. I don't. I can move around. I now have 2 full armies. I could start moving these armies right next to each other, and I probably should. I'm just tinkering right now, right? I'm not necessarily playing for, like, max efficiency. I am tinkering to see whether I can hold this settlement back here. If I have to flee, I will. But now that I have 2 armies, if one of my armies dies, my faction isn't KO'd, so again, it makes it even easier. So in my opinion, I don't see this as one of the more difficult campaigns. It's just that's not a statement that I agree with, and it's not me trying to like poo on them or like bash their article or anything else like that. It's just kind of a statement of fact here. Like I don't see it that way. Oh man, Minotaurs would be so good, and then we could potentially recruit Gorbals out of here for the other army too, which would also be good. You see what I mean? So like you go around, you smash faces, you take their money. You get the marks of ruination. Again, this one is not that complicated for me, and I'll demonstrate that real quick. We'll go hit Valea's Sorrow and see, oh no, the Skaven came. They're gonna kill my herdstone. Drat. What did I lose now? Nothing? Especially if you don't build any buildings there, right? Like, I literally don't lose anything. And like, okay, so Bloody Hands declares war on me, so guess what I'm not gonna do? Stick around and protect that herdstone. They can have it. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't have to. And now I'll just move that army over here, and we'll just combine the 2 armies together. So then I'll have 2 armies working together. So again, just don't play the game in the way that makes it more difficult for you, and then you should be fine. So like, I'll just move underground. It's yours. You can have the herdstone. And see, like, these guys are probably coming over here to hit this herdstone. None of it matters. And so see, like, I can come up here real quick. While they're busy chasing pointless herdstones, I can take the easy settlement because they never could see me, and then I can't raise a herdstone out of it because I have to have a shard. Or hang on, builders making region. Require the shard. Resource. I don't know why we can't build the herdstone here. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it's already in the hunting grounds because they didn't destroy the old one. I get it. Come on here. But I'd already done the ritual. So we won't get any additional devastation. Or sorry, we won't get any additional... Oh, I'm thinking of words, but words aren't coming to me. We won't get any additional... Holy crap, Air, just say it. It's there. We won't get any additional devastation, which then can be turned into marks of ruination. There we go. The old brain, it's the end of the day, and sometimes it takes it moments before it activates, so be patient with me here. Man, I want all of these buildings. I want them all. This one gives me extra dread per turn, like a 30 extra dread per turn. That's a big deal because the dread unlocks a lot of powerful stuff as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get that one, and then the next one we'll do that upgrade. So Malegor's horde is starting to become quite powerful, and it's gonna get harder and harder for the AI to kill me. And then if we're able to get that other army up to me and get it protected, then again, we become even more powerful. And it becomes even more difficult for the AI to defeat us. So, again, I'm not buying this one in the top 6, but you tell me. Go down in the comments, tell me what you think. Should any Beastmen campaign probably be in the top 5 or 6 for difficulty? I tend to think no. I don't see it. I'm trying to think of some of the hardest. I'm interested to try Kugath, because he was on the list. There's a couple of problems with Kugath for me, which is I don't know how to play Kugath because I hate Nurgle in the game. They're intensely boring. I mean, just horribly boring gameplay, slow, lumbering armies that take forever to replenish, and I just don't like it. Like, they're not interesting to me, not in the least. They're ugly and gross, and about the only thing they're fun for is murdering with other armies. Like, and so I don't get it. It's not a thing for me, but part of that's personal bias against something that I just don't see and immediately like. The other part of it is just, he can't see me, but it's almost like he moved towards me regardless. See, I'm gonna move up here further away. See, they just can't catch me. I can stay in this camp, and I'm hidden. They can't see me, can't kill me. That's pretty much all there is to that. I do want to get away alive with this army, so I'm gonna bounce like right here. Oh, we got intercepted. Crap. I mean, what were the chances that he was going to be standing right where I moved? But like I said, even still, who cares? Big deal. Oh no, we lost Khazrak. So, see, there you go. And speaking of, the reason I had Khazrak is because I'm using a mod that allows you to recruit defeated legendary lords. And so that's how I got Khazrak. But I would be able to have had another army by this point anyway, which is the only reason I could recruit Khazrak, because I completed a mission that gave me another army. But I can just get Khazrak back after so many turns because he's a legendary lord. See, I even have Tarox right now. He's wounded at the moment, and so is Khazrak. But you see, again, and even if I hadn't used the mod to get a hold of these lords, if they die, you can come in here, and I almost have 1200 dread as it is, and you can just get them. So even if you weren't using the mod, it doesn't change a whole lot. But there you go. A terrible thing happened to us, and it's okay. Nothing's wrong. We're not going to lose the campaign. And see, because I'm moving, when Warzag declares war on me, it doesn't matter. He can't catch me. Can't pin me down. Can't kill what he can't catch. That's kind of the idea here. So, oh no, my herdstone. How dare you? I did actually spend some money on that one, but big deal. So I've lost nothing, is the idea there. So they've done nothing to harm me other than kill Khazrak's army, but I didn't pay to recruit them. I wasn't paying upkeep on them, and I will get the whole thing back. So yeah, it's just not something that I'm concerned about. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. I believe, yep, we can recruit Minotaurs. I can only get one, and that's okay. We want one if we can get one because they are powerful. I'm gonna move up just a little bit, like up into these woods here, kind of out of the way. Now let's get in here and let's recruit those Minotaurs. It's gonna take 2 turns. I'll go ahead and bounce through a couple of turn-ins here, and then we'll try and get like Tarox recruited or something at that point. Let's see, training Woundmaker. There we go. And we need some new research. I don't have a whole bunch of options at the moment, but we can just start getting these over here. They may or may not be useful yet, but they will be useful eventually. So again, my advice if you're playing the Malegor, the Dark Omen Legendary campaign is don't guard your herdstones. There's no reason to. And when it comes to herdstones, hit quick. Like just get over 10, what do you call it, devastation, so that you can do the ritual and turn that into the marks of ruination and then just leave. That's all you should do. So don't stick around. If you get like a really good spot somewhere where you feel really safe, sure, you could do that, and you could build up that herdstone so that you would be able to have better recruiting and maybe even be able to defend it against large stacks. But it doesn't matter, because like I said, it's not part of your campaign narrative. So just knowing this, I would say that all of the Beastmen Lords are actually probably pretty easy in terms of legendary starts. And then I would also say that that probably includes the Changeling. In fact, if I was going to pick one campaign that I thought would be the easiest in order to beat on Legendary, I would probably go with Changeling. And the reason I say that is because he's a very powerful character. He can recruit lots of crazy stuff. It's hard for the AI to see him and kill him. And you can play all kinds of people against each other and cause all kinds of havoc. So I just don't, yeah, I don't feel like that it would be that difficult to do this as the Changeling. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Clan Wars here. This is a little risky because I let my army get really weak there by auto-resolving that. And you may pay the price for this ultimately at some point. But see, I can raise the Herdstone here. They'll know where I'm at now. Check it out. We got the Grog Hooves of Wolf's Run, Centaurs with throwing axes. I'm gonna take one of these bowmen out of the army. Let's grab the Grog Hooves here. Recruit that, and then let's get one of these, or hang on, before we do that, let's merge these two, and then let's get rid of one of these junky one, or sorry, this one that's, there we go, and then we'll do another recruit, back over here. Alright, so we're up to a 20 stack already here, and if we wanted to, we could merge some of these others and re-recruit them, but they've got silver chevrons, so I'm going to try and hang on to them for a turn, and we're at high Primal Fury, so we should be replenishing quickly. Let's see, Malegor. I'm gonna put another point in Flock of Doom because it's extremely good. And let's end another turn here. I forgot to check and see whether Tarox is recruitable. He probably is. So we need to go ahead and recruit Tarox, and what I'll do is I'll just recruit him, and I'll have him just start running side by side with Malegor. Malegor can do recruiting for him, and they can basically just reinforce each other, and they can move around together. And at that point, we become even more unstoppable, which again makes this just even easier. So I may not be doing everything perfect here in terms of like maximizing our potential with this strategy, but I think I've given you some viable ideas on how to manage this campaign, and to be able to show you that it's really, you know, not that difficult. Hang on, let's go over here. Can we recruit a lord? We can. All right, so Tarox the Brass Bull. Sorry. What you call him? Kazrak. Jeez, his name escaped me. Wow, I am really having some elderly moments here. I swear, it's just been a long day. I've had some crazy days at work. Sometimes it is hard to even know what's going on by the end of the day. I'm going to just throw some Fury of the Herd upgrades here for Tarox. See, I can just hole up right next to Tarox. I can put him into a raiding stance just to kind of give him a little bit of thing there, and I can just get right next to him and go into the hidden encampment. And like, for instance, I thought I would be able to. We have to be in a standard stance to merge these two together. Yeah, there we go. So see, I can move units over to Tarox at this point. And let's see, like if I just want to get some stuff moved over his direction, like he can use these units, for instance, so like I'll just move them over. And then I can start recruiting more units. So like, and I can give some of these units to Tarox. And then I can switch the ones I want back. But see, I can use them both to recruit together, essentially. And if I think I'm going to need additional units, I could just hit this encamp stance. But on the raiding stance, I can start to build the Bestial Rage, which is good because it helps them grow faster and it helps you be able to build up their horde encampment better. Now, we're not going to want to stick around here for terribly long. We'll probably move into the encamp stance and kind of move along our way and head towards another enemy settlement. But again, now with 2 armies, I can build them up to full power, and then as I unlock more recruiting and stuff with my Dread, which let's go look at that real quick, and I'll unlock some better recruiting, it'll get very difficult for the AI to kill us. Because then even if we do get jumped by 2 or 3 armies, we might be able to survive it. So we'd be able to recruit more Centaurs. That would be definitely worthwhile. Centaurs are very strong. The best infantry I can get a hold of right now is going to be Goreherds and Goreherds with shields. I cannot unlock Zangors until I get one more level up on Marks of Ruination. We need 18 Marks of Ruination. So as soon as we hit that level, I can start recruiting Zangors. Zangors will be quite good against anybody who just doesn't carry much armor. But see, as far as recruiting goes, like Feral Manticore is a very useful tool. Chariots and Razor Gore chariots, both these chariots are good against infantry, so that's a useful tool. We could get one of that, and then I can pop one of these right there. And then we could maybe increase the cap right here one time. So there we go. So now I'm able to get like way more recruiting. And again, I can recruit these things with Malegor and just switch them over. So say I can start building up this army, and where was it? What did we recruit him? A standard Centaur. We could go ahead and give him this Tuskor chariot. To see, we're starting to fill in his army over there, and then I can go back into the recruiting again and just keep dipping back at this well until we get Doomstack, essentially. So I can get my Tuskor chariots back. I can get one more Centaur great weapon. We probably want a couple more standard Centaurs to stick in that other army. I can recruit more Goreherds now. And see, we're full here on this stack, so I really ought to maybe move a couple more units over. Let's stick these 2 guys over there as well. And then hit this recruiting stance again. I can drop those guys there. Chariots. There we go. So now I'm maxing out my recruiting capability with 6 recruits in just that one army. And then if I want to recruit more stuff with Taroks, I can. So like, for instance, I can get a couple of spears. I think I'll probably end up with enough mobility. But I mean, harpies are not good for much other than disruption. So I'll probably just stack in a couple of spears. I don't know. We'll figure out what else we can stick in these armies. Like something like that. So there we go. Again, we're maxing, kind of maxing out our... Why is it going to take 2 turns? What is that nonsense? I cleared the 2. How stupid. CA, please. That doesn't make any sense. Like, Taroks is recruiting and Death Pass. Oh, maybe the other guy's already recruiting at Death Pass. Yeah, that's what's happening. Come on, Air, get your head screwed on straight before you CA please it. Yeah, check this out. I mean, I've now got like 2 full stacks within a couple turns. Don't have to pay for any of the recruitment. Don't have to pay for any upkeep. I'm gaining dread every turn because of the buildings I have, and I'll get more when I go and fight. So I think you all can see how this one can snowball relatively easy. Could you lose a campaign or 2 as you start as Malegor? Absolutely you could. Like, you get in a bad situation like I did, and you could lose while you still have 1 army. But I feel like that even with 1 army, just move around, and it's not that hard. We need some Bestial Rage, I believe. Oh, I don't know, this one gives us Horde Growth, and we get income from raiding, so might just do that one. Casualty Replen's cool. Campaign movement range is kind of cool, too. Let's just do Endless Herd, because growth is pretty important for us. Alright, look at this. We completed a reward of Ruin, so we can get to the next one. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and move these 2 armies. There's no reason for us to stand here. And again, I'm not going to build any buildings. Number 1, because I don't have any money. And number 2, because we just don't need to. So how are we doing? We need to finish off Taroks' army. I mean, I could do this in relatively simple ways. Like, we'll grab one of those, couple of those, and then maybe just like a Hound again. Doesn't have to be an amazing army. We just need it stacked up at the moment. And now when I look at Malegor's army too, his army is better. I have tons of Centaurs who do a lot of damage and are very quick. I've got good infantry. I've got chariots, Minotaur stuff to back them up. So we are definitely starting to gain some power. But in any case, there you go. There's your look at Malegor the Dark Omen. This does not belong in the top 6 most difficult legendary campaigns. And again, this is not just me making a video to bash Game Rant. It's just they brought an opinion, and it's totally fine. And for all I know, they are correct. But in my opinion, I don't think it's correct. Anyway, you all let me know in the comments. HeirofCarthage signing out for now, and I'll see you all soon with some more Who is the toughest legendary starts. Again, I think Kugath could be amongst them. And there's some others that I think might be fairly challenging, and I want to hear your comments, and maybe we'll look at some of those as we get there. See you soon.